guys, what is going on? It is Dunbar Snackbar here with Tank Busting Tuesday. Some more Wargame European Escalation. This is the third mission of it, and it's gotten progressively more difficult as we've gone along, but that also means there's been a lot more action too, which is kind of cool because I really like the way that this game plays out. It is very realistic with how you kind of have to prepare things. I mean, you really have to worry about distance, what units you're going to use in what situations, and what I really like about it is you kind of earn points along the way or by way of stars, which you can use to spend on getting additional weapons. So here's the first action of the game. It's completely unintentional, just moving some guys up here into this tree line to provide some defense, but my tanks are going to be attacking them, and the Russians choose to, or actually, my bad, the East Germans. I always have to think, it's like, which one is the good Germany? I guess I probably shouldn't say it like that, but you guys know what I mean with that. Anyway, this is me just kind of organizing my guys. I'm purchasing some units here because I'm going to wait a little bit, and then I'm just going to go full on in all of this. Now, the reason why I had all my guys here on a defensive line here in the trees is just for defensive reasons. If my guys are building up in the background, the computer's probably going to figure it out and send some guys after me. And I'm very, very lucky here, too. As you can see off in the distance, there are a couple attack helicopters, and I have some anti-air artillery, but they decide to get out of the cover, and then I've got my tanks here who are trying to take out the other ones. Oh man, they lucked out. So while they laid waste into the helicopters, we're pretty fortunate here that that little skirmish occurred the way that it did. My anti-air artillery totally should have been wiped out, but they're going to take out those choppers. Shot there, so I'm going to go ahead and send him back. Now on the other side here too, I've got another group which is in this clump of trees here, holding off this other group. You can see we've got a forward operating base over there on the side. I'm just trying to protect that because I am going to need supplies here. So taking out a couple T-55s, which are among the easier of the Soviet-style tanks. It's only a matter of time. The thing I like about my anti-air artillery is the fact they still attack tanks, and then they put them in a state where they're stunned, so they can't do anything. So it's only a matter of time for these guys here. I'm pretty fortunate that I got set up the way that I did. A lot of fire there. So we'll be able to hold them off. I'm guessing there's going to be a number of successive waves. Anyway, so I built up enough guys here that I'm happy with going on an offensive. I'm pretty conservative with my offensives. I want to make sure that I have sufficient manpower to be able to take out the enemy and just kind of overwhelm them, which catching these guys over here definitely outnumber them and outgun them too. So going from one protective covering to the other, we make it just fine. And then I've got a whole bunch of these guys. You can see they're shooting off some rockets here that are aimed at taking out some artillery, or some of the tanks. Now the thing is, look at them. They are ridiculously inaccurate. So it's kind of one of those things, it's like, alright, well, I'll just flood them at the enemy, because at this point right now, even though they are inaccurate, I can hit them, and they can't hit me. So I've got a forward operating base, I'm just going to keep on doing that. Eventually, I get everybody who is in the cover over there, and this little hill that kind of overlooks everything, the highest point on the entire map. I want to make sure that I hold on to it and take it. So what I have done is I've sent up a lot of infantry. They're in their armored personnel carriers right here, just refueling. There's a forward operating base up here too. That's another reason why I wanted to take it. Deny the enemy that. All right, so we're going to unload all of the infantry, and we're going to set ourselves up in the town and kind of around here. So you can see I got a lot of infantry there too. Alright, so just taking a look. We've got it basically secured. They try and send a couple tanks after us. But I've got some tanks up here of my own. And my infantry, they rock. So that won't be a problem. I'm glad that I have this part secured because, like I said, it's a point that is the highest point on the map. So what I'll do is I'll send a recon helicopter just kind of at a point here where it hovers over some of the trees there, and I can see a lot of the map with the recon helicopter. Speaking of recon here, I'm going to take this guy. We're going to see how far we can go. I mean, you can see we've taken out a number of tanks. This is on the eastern part, the guys who are in the clump of trees. We got a tank up there, a couple T-55. So I'm going to turn around, and I'm going to send my tanks after them. That is why recon is awesome. You can see where the enemy is before they can see you, and you can set yourself up. So don't ever underestimate good recon. That's kind of why the first things that I upgraded was a recon helicopter. I probably should upgrade my recon vehicles. But anyway, you can see we're creeping through the trees. Finally find them just sitting in the middle of the road. Well, now they're going to go up against 9 tanks here. Or 8 tanks, I can't tell. But go ahead, take them out. And you can see that icon there with the fuel can, that means I need to get fuel. So I'm going to try and send him back to the forward operating base. I'm also building up a number of troops here on this side of the map as well, so we can just get a number of the different objectives. So basically have 2 groups going on at once. Now that I've got them taken care of, I'm going to keep going down here with the recon vehicle and see if there is anything at all. Now, roadways are usually pretty important. Either there's a forward operating base along there, or it's going to take you to a town, or it just helps out strategically. So sending my recon vehicle down this road, just kind of seeing what's there, is something that's huge. I expect to lose them. Sometimes I'll take my recon guys on suicide missions, or it'll end up being suicidal. You can see there's a forward operating base down there. So I'm going to go ahead and try and take that forward operating base. It's got to be guarded, though. So this is just me trying to see what's there and see if I need to take some tanks down there or some infantry. See, there it is here. It helps me get supplies, which is like fuel, ammo. That's actually a pretty cool view. It's a thing, too. This game is super realistic, too, with even the scenery. All right, so we've captured that. That'll be nice. I'll have to send some supply trucks over there to pick it up. All right, so still going with the group that was in the clump of trees. You can see we have expanded their numbers tremendously through purchasing of units. We're going to try and take this forward operating base with a number of units that are sitting around it, just trying getting rearmed, refueled, repaired, whatever. Now, my infantry fighting vehicles lay waste to them, so it shouldn't be a problem. We're going to move in, and we're going to take them. There's a supply truck. I'm not going to worry about that because it really can't do anything against me. And we got some T-62s up there along the road. So I'm going to try and move my guys here in a way. You can see I've got some infantry down here. In a way to kind of set up for counterattack if they choose to come after us. But we kind of get in position here where we're launching some rockets off at them. Get them once with one of the rockets. I'm surprised. Gosh, those things go everywhere. I really don't like those. I probably won't be buying any more. You can see there's not too many guys who are left over here by this town. But I'm still going to wait here to get everybody organized, and then we're just going to go rush at it and take that. Because that's one of the objectives here. It's one of the secondary objectives here is to go ahead and capture the command group up there. That'll kind of help me out, be able to get some more units. So I'm going to put this recon helicopter over here to see what else. You can see it's already unveiled, or revealed, I guess would be better. Revealed some other units that are there. So I'm going to start off with my infantry. Their armored personnel carriers. Wow, some tanks, infantry fighting vehicles. They're all there. And we're just going to rush after them. So I can see, though, that along the road there is some enemy tanks coming right for us here. So I'm pretty fortunate that those guys are reaching the clump of trees when they do, because that'll make it harder for them to hit them. And then I can go ahead and I can move my tanks into a position, the chieftains here, to take them out. So there's also some people over there too. So chieftains in the rear. I'm glad that I had that set up the way that I did. Tanks leading, tanks in the back. That worked out pretty well for me here. All right, so infantry doing their stuff. Actually pretty good. Like, you can use your infantry. If you can use your infantry, there we go. If you can use your infantry very, very well, and you're smart about it, they're great units to have. They're inexpensive. They're a lot better for defense than they are offense. But I'm kind of liking how I'm using them so far. Haven't had a problem quite yet. Of course, infantry is the easiest to kill, so you have to. That's why it's important to make sure that you manage them well. All right, so we're going to go ahead. We've taken the forward operating base. It's about time that we get refueled here. Now, when it's yellow, that means they're getting refueled. Same thing with ammunition, repair, missiles, if they need that. That's all on there. So we're going to be using that here. We'll probably wear it down pretty quick. All right, so now that we are all organized, we're going to go in for the final attack. You can see we've taken out some of them already. There's just a whole bunch in the trees. I'm just going to rush at them. Nothing too exciting here. I expect, of course, to get some casualties because of the fact that I'm kind of leading off my infantry fighting vehicles, but hey, it doesn't turn out too bad. And then, see some infantry in the trees. No problem. There's some more. Now, I've got them split up into two groups. I've got my armor in one group. I've got my infantry fighting vehicles, my tanks, another. Now we take that. So we complete the objective. So this whole side of the map is basically taken. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the other part of the map here where I have got this hill. And we're going to start moving guys. Now, I haven't reinforced these guys too much. We're kind of going with the same units as before. But I do know that since I do have that one side of the map taken care of and that it's basically cleared out, if I need reinforcements, I've got them. But for the sake of time, I'm not necessarily going to worry about it. Now, the thing that's nice is you can see up there at the top, well, it's kind of hard to see, but it's at the extreme top is the enemy command vehicle. If I can take out that enemy command vehicle, then I am sure that they're not going to be able to reinforce, and I outnumber them. I know that for sure. So I've got some guys moving here. We're going to go ahead and take out the guy that's in the crossroads, just in the extreme north. I'm trying to make this as organized as possible and try to see if we can all get there at once. So you can see we've got helicopters up there. I just got to be smart about it. So that's why I take the artillery. We're going to go over here. Oh, man, they're hitting us pretty early. This was not smart on my part because I have nothing to counter those helicopters. So take them out. Anti-tank infantry over there in the trees. Wow, this is not starting off the way that I would like. Got to get the rest of these guys over here. They're putting up a pretty good fight so far. It's their helicopters that are doing the most damage, though. I have nothing. I'm going to go into these trees here, hoping I can get some kind of cover from them. Now their armor coming at us. Should be all right. Take out some of their infantry. I'm not going to worry about them now. So we're going to start moving here. Come on. I really need my anti-air. Alright, looks like there's my infantry is attacking them. But man, I'm losing a lot of guys. You can see down there on the bottom left, it tells me every time that I lose something. And so many of them that were in those trees are gone. And finally, my anti-air is getting there. Take out them. Wow, we really did lose a lot of guys there. That was not smart on my part. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to keep moving. Since I know that they are there, I'm going to keep my anti-air in a position where I can kind of go at them. But, all right. It's about time we kind of finish these guys off. So we're going to get the artillery out of the wooded area here. I'll attack that one. Stunned. Come on. Now I'm sending some guys out here too, basically as bait for them, for the helicopters. Last one. Got that one shot down. My other group here, which is comprised of entirely tanks, sweeping around, taking out the last of the guys. Oh man, it's still another helicopter. How many do they have? 2 of them. Great, so now these guys are caught in a position here where we could barely use them. And my anti-air right now is running low on fuel. So if they get stuck, we are in trouble. Like if they run out of gas and they can't move, I basically have to pull everybody back here. All right, we took him down. One more. Come on. Take the bait. I think they're out of fuel. They'll just get a lay wasting us. Now, I think I do have one more anti-air that's not out of fuel yet. I think he's a... Oh, I guess they are moving. What do you know? So we should take him out here pretty quick. And that'll be done. Alright, so we got him. So I did lose a large amount of units here. Man, this side did a lot better than the other side. That was not smart. I just rushed into it like that. Should have had some more anti-air artillery. I'm going to put a command unit right there to capture that. I don't know of anybody else. Alright, so here he comes down here. He's going to appear. Where is he? There he is. Alright, so he's going to go over there, capture that one section, just so I can get the command stars for completing that objective of capturing that town. That's not going to be a problem. And then once that one's captured, then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to send another command vehicle to capture the area that I took very poorly. And there he is. Alright, so that means that this mission is won. Like I said, this is mission 3. We've got more to come. This is a great game. If you guys don't have it, you can get it on Steam. It's sweet. A lot of different types of modes, too. Anyway, again, thanks for watching Tank Busting Tuesday. Of course, we'll have more next week with this game. You guys are awesome. You really are. Thank you for watching. And as always, I hope you guys have a good one.